Hey guys, how's it going? Hope everybody's doing well as always. Welcome back to my channel if you're listening. It's been a hot minute. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I'm really feeling called to pull some cards right now. The energy, it feels intense, but it's like I have no idea what it means or what it's saying. I know a lot of people are struggling, just like I was struggling to say the word struggling to just to be right now. They're struggling to find purpose, to find anything. A lot of us have healed so much and transmuted so much that we're no longer excited about life, because the life that we knew in the Piscean age, is a lot of like dictatorship. It's a lot of hierarchy and just politics, like a lot of different things that a lot of us have just kind of worked through and transmuted within our own selves to say, like, this is not working. We want something else. We want something better with life. So now we're kind of like in this void feeling right now where it's like, what do we do now? Like, life is no longer exciting because we haven't caught up to, like, our reality hasn't caught up to, like, the knowing that we have inside. And it's kind of like, it's really hard to get excited, especially about like holidays. These holidays like Christmas and stuff, just were not exciting. It's like, we all know that there's like a calling for something better and something different, but it hasn't came into fruition yet, and we're still like playing out the old paradigm, and it's just kind of like, this is boring. So I know there's been a lot of talk. Like, I don't know, I've never seen in past years people talking so much about like the year of the snake or the year of the horse. Like, I don't feel like I ever saw that before, but this year it's like in my face. It's everywhere. Like, everybody's talking about it. And that, I don't know, there's something about that, I guess, and the significance of that. And like, people are really grasping for understanding or connection. I'm seeing so many people my age leaning into religion now that weren't before. Everybody's reaching out to find answers, to find peace and find clarity for themselves. And, whatever that is for you, as long as it brings you peace and good to other people, I'm all for it. I don't care. This has brought me peace and understanding. Let's pull some cards. Let's see what's going on. So I am going to clear the air. I usually like to do this before I pull cards. I've got a little singing bowl, so. When I was pulling these or setting this table up, I kind of got a feeling of like 4 pillars. Like, I heard the 4 pillars or whatever. So let's see what comes out. All right, so I got these new cards. I'm really excited about them. I have yet to really play with them, so just kind of look through them and put my energy into them. Cleared the old stuff, put mine in there. So let's see what comes out. These are really big. I feel like this is a big, heavy, like, this energy too, going along with that. Like, they emphasized big. Like, they're like, yeah, big card, big energy. So, beauty. We have beauty. So, Archangel Haniel. Wow. I wrote about beauty before, and I think recently, and how like people get yeah, like when I went to, it was vanity. It was about vanity. When I went to Thailand, I was really, really hoping to have more of like a spiritual experience there, because I've been really lacking here in my everyday life. I felt very um like outside, compared to the last like 5 years, like 5 years ago, that I was really into getting into my spirituality. It's like I've just felt slowly, um, like I've been coming out of it, or like I'm not connecting, or I'm not part of it. And part of it, I'm starting to, I don't know, they're connecting for me, is like what I was just saying at the beginning of it, where my spirituality before had a purpose, because it was healing old paradigms, the old paradigms that I was stuck in, the matrix that I was stuck in, the belief systems that I had. It was a lot of, the spirituality was a lot of transmuting and focusing on that. And it's kind of like that stuff no longer like excites me anymore, because it's old. It's like I've worked through it. I'm way past it. Like people bring it up to me, and I just smile and say, "Oh, that's cute." It doesn't bother me if people still believe in it, or if people still want to embrace certain ideologies or whatever. But to me, I'm just at peace, because I've like transmuted it within myself, to where now I'm like, what does spirituality mean to me now? Like, where is it within myself now? And when I went to Thailand, I was really hoping like something was going to be like moving, like it was going to be something big, and like, you know, plugged me in again, got me ignited again. And it didn't. It was the same, like what I usually am, like that small, like that subtle guidance, not like I used to be, where I was like honed in. But during that trip, they really, had me realize about like vanity and stuff, and what people see as beauty. So maybe that's what something we're going to be starting to look into in the next, few years, is like beauty, and what that looks like in a spiritual sense. I'm seeing like connecting the body with the spirit, like getting back in tune with your body. We've definitely disconnected from our bodies over the years. It's like a lot of people are separate from it. They don't, or they think they're just a body, and you are way more than just a body. You are so much more than just a body. And people identify with, the body that they were given, not realizing like there's so much more out there, that that you're not just a body. And, your beauty isn't dictated from just the body that you were given. There's so much more to that as well. And I'm thinking, I'm feeling like they're starting to tell me like the shift in reality within like beauty, the beauty system, is what's next. They say we're moving into the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is like very rebellious, very eccentric, very like colorful, like that. A lot of the girls these days have the blue hair, the crazy colored hair. It's kind of alien-y, like that's usually what like Aquarius is known for. It's like that very futuristic, eccentric, wild, like not that classic, I guess, old patriarchy, like, beauty system, I guess. I don't know how to explain that, but it's just, and I think that we're going to probably be really diving into that and how we can, I'm seeing, like, hearing crystallize, how we can, like, dive in, like, deeper into beauty with it, with a spiritual sense, like the sense of our spirituality. Interesting. I guess I never thought of that, and I never connected the two, because again, like, we kind of keep the body and spirit separate, but your body, mind, and spirit are all part of the Holy Trinity. It's, the 3 in 1, but this beginning was talking about 4 pillars, the foundation. So cleansing, smudging, purging, clearing energy. Yeah, your aura, your, like, okay. So I was having this discussion actually with somebody a couple days ago about and I want to do a writing about this soon. It would be really fun for me. Like the mermaid, the siren, the temptress, like that type of archetype. So many different names, so many different cultures, so many different perceptions on the way they want to take the story. The folklore story, the tales that are supposed to teach us humanity lessons, not to take literal and fight each other and go to war, but like teaching us good morals and values. That's what reason why we have folklore stories, and we're not really taught that anymore, stuff like that, but back in the day that was. So like the mermaid, the siren, the temptress, that kind of archetype, that energy, it's magnetic. They're vibrating at, I swear something turned over and it didn't. That energy, that archetype is vibrating at a certain energy that is very magnetic, that is very calling. It makes you feel like, ooh, I want some of that. Or it's just like, wow, you get sucked in, the tale of like the siren, the mermaid, where she sings and her song, pulls in men to, to be drowned to the darkness or whatever. They use their beauty and stuff. Well, when you go through like your healing journey and you start healing, like truly healing yourself, a lot of people think they're on a healing journey and they're healing, but they're not. They still stink. They stink really bad. You would know if somebody is truly healing because they would be they seem like somebody you want to be with. Like they ignite a feeling. It's a magnetism that is like, I want that, Some people obviously are going to be triggered too and be like jealous or like upset, but for the most part, they have this, like, when they walk in the room, they're seen, they're known, they get looked at. Her, yeah. So the feminine, divine feminine, beauty again. So when you're cleansing your aura and you're becoming true and authentic to who you are, getting rid of the mask of the insecurities, the fears, the old belief systems, anything that keeps you from being your true authentic self in each moment, you cleanse that aura and you become more like magnet. You become more exciting. You just look more vibrant. You look like, you can even see in some people's faces like when they're going through a hard time, they just look, not necessarily like they have like a sourpuss face, but like they just, you can see it in their energy. They're just pulled down, they're bogged down, their face looks rough, like afraid. So I have noticed also recently, for me, what, Sasha? The inner child within me has been really, 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 really fighting to be seen. She is screaming out. She wants to be seen, and she wants to know she's going to be taken care of. And that she is a priority, not she gets dismissed or gets pushed to the side. Like, she wants to know she's a priority too. Grass is greener on the other side. So this to me is starting to feel like it's definitely starting to feel like divine feminine. Like we all have that polarity with that energy within ourselves, man or woman. But I started on this spiritual journey through the twin flame journey, and that is often where I learned most of my stuff, was from learning about the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies and what they mean, what they represent, and how to cultivate and alchemize both of those within myself to become whole, to be my true authentic self, in order to then be able to have union essentially with another person, with my divine masculine man, who also has feminine and masculine within him as well. But so this is really feeling like divine feminine within the twin flame collective. I knew this was gonna come out. This is I need to just do readings and just do them based on that. I resisted a lot, but it's me. It's literally what I am, what I've been through. It is pretty much everything I live and breathe every day. And it is the way that I know how to speak my spiritual language and to be able to help others. Not everybody understands this type of twin flame language, so that's okay. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find it interesting, great. If you don't, that's okay. But again, this is definitely feeling like the divine feminine energy, and that energy is being cleansed. Like, it's going through a massive transition. And I feel like it's still like, I feel like we know it's coming. Like, there is this big change, this big shift, this new like adventure, this new journey, I guess, this new like, I'm just seeing like walking through like the secret garden. Like, she's going through, I feel like on the other side of that brush would be like a door through like the secret garden. And through that door is like something new. It's a new life, a new reality, a new adventure, a new spiritual journey, like like what I was explaining, how before my spiritual journey was based on healing and transmuting that old paradigm of, toxic cycles and the old whatever of the Piscean age. And it's like we're still in that like limbo stage of really trying to like come into the new age of Aquarius. And it's kind of like, what does that look like? What is that going to be? What are we going to be working on? What is my spirituality meaning in that? What is it? What's the purpose of it in that? And it's like we feel something is coming. Like we didn't go through that before just for nothing to then all of a sudden be like living gray and like you would think in the movie Trolls where they go gray instead of colorful and stuff. It's like we didn't just go to that for the rest of our lives, like go through our journey just to be that. Like, no, we know that there's something greater, there's something different that's, that's unique and just futuristic, and that is adventurous. Like I just saw the new movie Avatar. It's like that movie was unlike anything that we have graphic wise now. It's literally like and they had this movie graphics and everything done like years ago, but they couldn't release it because they were so far ahead. And it literally ripples your mind, like stretches it and makes you a little uncomfortable with like seeing that. Sorry, I'm getting a call. Watching that movie reminded me of when I first started diving into like theories on aliens or UFOs. Like I like to be curious. I have a very curious mind. That's why I like to learn a lot. But there was some things that really like I could feel stretched my consciousness, and it made me feel very like unsafe and very like uncomfortable. Like, this does not feel good. This feels really uncomfortable. Like, I don't know if I could believe that yet. Like, I don't know if I could really say I want to believe that yet. Like, it's like this and the thing is, like, you don't have to believe it. Like, those theories, the beauty of, being a co-creator within this reality with everybody is the fact that you get to choose what you want to believe and don't believe. Like, that's the magic. You get to create your magic within life. But I just remember that feeling, that mind, that consciousness stretching where I was like, that I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I don't know if I can allow myself to believe in that, because that makes me feel very uncomfortable and very unsafe in my reality and what I know is real. So seeing the Avatar movie reminded me of that. It's like there was this starseed feeling within myself that it's like, that could be real. Like, there is possibility, but it's like just the way that they did it and how much you get pulled into, especially on a big screen in the movie theater. Like, you feel like you're part of it, and it makes you feel like, wow, this really could actually be real. And it's kind of like that uncomfortableness where you're like, I don't know if I'm ready to believe that yet, I want to believe it because it was absolutely beautiful and magical, but like, again, then you're like, you come back to reality and you're like, okay, this world is so bland. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to believe in that, because that will literally make me sad knowing that that exists and I can't be a part of it, you know? Like, but I feel like there is so much still ahead that we don't know yet. Like, those doors have not been opened yet to that, like, eccentric, wild, futuristic Aquarian energy. Like, there's so much, and it's like we're just waiting and we're waiting and we're like getting ready, we're cleansing our auras, we're constantly trying to like transmute and vibrate and keep that vibration. And it's kind of like, okay, when can we have fun again? Like, I'm so bored doing this over and over and over, because we know like there is something waiting. Like, there is a new journey. Like, there is something new. It has to be. And I think, you know, coming back to the childhood trauma, like the childhood inner child, like, I think she's really just pulling right now to make sure, hey, she is safe, because she knows like there is something big coming, like a different journey, something new, and she wants to make sure that she's safe within that you have got your shit, you know, like your foundation, that you have your foundation in control right now, that you're not going to fall back and go back with and allow toxic behavior. You're not going to fall back and allow the red flags, or you're not going to fall back and create those cycles with partnerships that you always had in the past. Like, it's like your inner child wants to know that she's safe, that you're aware enough and you're strong enough and you have set loving boundaries enough to not allow that kind of things to continue to happen. I just keep getting reminded of somebody I know on through social media and stuff, that, you know, they were in a relationship finally after being single for a while. They were in an abusive relationship before that, like bad. And now the new relationship ended, and they're putting everything on Facebook about, you know, the abuse happening again. And I want to feel bad, and I do, but I also know how the universe works and how law of attraction works. And it's like, if you keep allowing certain behaviors, you're part of the problem as well. Like, yes, that person should not be doing things to you like that, but the more that you allow the behavior, or, you know, you feed into it, like, you're part of the problem as well. You attract what you are. You attract what vibration you are, what you're vibrating at. You wouldn't be attracting people of that behavior if you weren't vibrating at a resonance that allows them to come in. So it's like, it's a double-edged, it's hard. It's like, oh, I feel so bad because I want this person, you know, to find love. Like, I want anybody to find love. But I also see, like, okay, like, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Like, you have to find good men or women and, you know, go for good characteristics and see that before you get into a relationship. So you're not blindsided later when it's all of a sudden like, holy cow, how did we get here? Like, this is bad. So I got 7 of Wands. But yeah, I definitely think right now, like, the feminine is Ten of Pentacles. The feminine is really working on the cleansing, on the the aura cleansing, the beauty, the attraction, that unseen energy that just pulls people in and makes them want to hear them, makes them want to listen to them. It's not even just about having your tits out and stuff. It's like your energy. It's like giving that behind the scenes call that is like gets people's attention, and they don't know why, but they want to listen. And that's what we need, because if you're gonna lead with having your tits out, people aren't gonna, unfortunately, take you seriously. So it's like we have to clean up the aura and the beauty that you are just naturally, and what women are naturally. They are the seers, the witches, the the guides, the counselor, the mother crone, the temptress, the everything. But that comes with an energy. Like, it's not just the body and the physicality, because that fades, that changes all the time. Like, having a beautiful aura is what's really going to be most effective in helping, humanity, especially in this next age of Aquarius. You could have the purple crazy hair, but be an asshole, and people aren't going to take you seriously. You can have beautiful purple hair and have this, like, whatever, like, cool, sensual, like, beautiful energy about you, and people are going to want to listen. They're going to be drawn in. They're going to be like, wow, what does she have to say? And if you can use that and get a message across, a good, powerful message, that's going to go very far. Seven of Pentacles. So I got Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles. And I'm running out of storage, so this may turn off soon. This feels kind of heavy, so it's like, so this is, again, very heavy. It's like there was a lot of, like, it feels like to me like a lot of sitting by yourself, sitting alone, sitting in defense mode. I'm starting to see somebody that I know that this is reminding me of. They're like alone right now and they're in defense, and it's like they want to, like, they want to explain that they're depressed, but yet they don't want to, like, open themselves up for help. They just want to cry wolf. They want to be defensive. They want to, like, be a bull and butt heads with that. And it's like, I feel sorry, but yet, like, I can't help you because you won't let me help you. Like, you won't. Like, you kind of do. You put your foot in there, but then when I try to, like, help you or kind of, come together with you, it's like I just hit a glass wall or something, and that looks like there's, like, some kind of big, just like the whale just like goes and just slams on this, like, little icicle or iceberg that this polar bear is sitting on, and just, like, dunks him because he's, like, being so stubborn and just sitting there in defense mode. And this whale, this, like, big magic, the whales in Avatar, man, they got me going. Whales just get me going. And the vibrations, like, the vibrations of the whales, and I think that's what's coming in too, is to Earth, is like, we always hear about that, the vibrations and the things, like, it's gonna wake up, like, boom, get you off that high horse of pity, whatever, and it's gonna cause re-evaluation and, like, looking at the root cause of things. Why? Like, get out of your stubborn ass. reevaluate, look at yourself. It's kind of like, yeah, when you get too consumed in this alone, depressed energy, something will come and it's gonna slam and it'll wake you up to make you reevaluate and look at the roots, the root cause. And then through that, see, it's the door to the new, to the new adventure, like I was talking about, the and to me this kind of seems like a portal, like you would go through the tree like Alice in Wonderland. And I did hear, I think I was, no, that was Willy Wonka. I was thinking, but this is kind of like Alice in Wonderland, where she goes, through the door or falls through the tree, and it's like a portal into like a new world, and like the Cheshire Cat, I think, is like, doesn't he say, just because my reality is different doesn't mean it's not real or something? And it's like, that's how I felt with the twin flame journey, was just because people had never gone through it, that like in my near group, doesn't mean it wasn't real for me. I still went through it. I still experienced what I experienced. You can't take that away from me. And it changed me forever, and it will live with me forever. So it's kind of like that. I feel like going into some kind of portal and journey again, where it just evolves you to the next level. But yet we're like, what is it? What is it? We're waiting. We're so bored with this old stuff. Like, give us that eccentric beauty. Give us that magic again, that color, the life. Oh, let's have some fun. I'm over the old paradigms healing and just I'm over it. I'm over the pain and just the crabbiness, and just, I'm over it. I'm ready for something new. I'm ready for fun. I'm ready for the next adventure. So, all right, one more card or two. And there goes one. And there's two. There's two. Healing admired. So, yeah, definitely, I do notice, like, people on social media that I'm friends with that, at least for me, I know not everybody's this way, but, like, since I've done, like, this is my jam. Like, so when I notice other people posting about their healing journey, and they're, like, what they're going through, and they're being transparent, they're being vulnerable, they're very, very just open and wanting to share their story, because a lot of times I shared mine and not even realizing who it affected, but it did. They would private message me, and I'd be like, I would have never expected that person to message me. Like, people want to be seen and heard, and we often do that by sharing our stories and knowing, like, we're not alone in this. Like, other people are going through this too. And there's so much power of unity within that. And so sharing your healing and sharing, like, what you've done wrong and how you're transmuting it, you're doing better, becoming better. Everybody going to church now. Everybody's finding, something to, like, their spirituality. It's like, even though, again, I'm not a big church goer, I still am like, good for you. I'm so happy and I'm rooting for you, because if that brings you peace and it brings you, to be a better person for everyone, like, I'm all for that. I'm all for it. I admire that. I admire people who let that ego down of thinking they know everything and are willing to admit, like, I don't know it all. I am not perfect. And I'm looking to find ways to better myself. Will I ever be perfect? No, we never will be. But I admire the people that know that and aren't ashamed of it and don't take it as, poor me, but yet use it as fuel to like motivate them, to drive, to do things, and to be something great. Like, I admire that. And others do too, especially those who know the beauty of healing and the power of it. So, yeah, new direction from being a victim. No more victim mentality. We're healing. We are healing. We are taking accountability for the people that have came into our lives, knowing we played a part in that. Should they have treated us that way? No. But was there a lesson in it? Yes. And it has made me stronger than I could ever imagine now. Otherwise, I wouldn't be this strong. And I'm very thankful for that strength that I have. I would have never gotten this strength if I didn't go through the shit that I went through. Yeah. So, keep on. I hope this was some kind of help for you. I hope this next year brings lots of clarity. It's the year of the horse, supposed to be like charging ahead. Everybody, you know, it's supposed to be us, like we just shedded our old skin from year of the snake, and now it's like the year of the horse, that it's go time, it's charging ahead, power, strength, just you know, I just love watching horses run. I just love it. Just so beautiful and magical. So yeah, here we go. Get right. Let's have some fun. All right, I will talk to you later.